you self-sabotage? Is that something that you regularly do, where your heart is telling you, do this thing, please, you'll feel so good. And then your mind goes, no, you can't do it, because if you did it, then this would happen, and this would happen, and this would happen. So stay the same, stay in your comfort zone. That has been happening to me. I used to give in to that self-sabotage, and now I've developed this awareness where I can see it happening. I can see the fact that I just met a woman at Burning Man who I talked about in the last episode, and I have 3 days in Los Angeles before leaving for Vancouver, and my body, my heart is saying, get to know this woman. There is something special there, and you get to lean in and allow yourself the joy and the love of that. And then my brain goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're like creating a relationship with someone when you only have 3 days before you go travel for weeks. This entire show is in jeopardy because you're examining what it means to be single and a conscious man in the world in 2018. Why would you create the space to develop intimacy with a single person? All of that pops into my head when I think about diving in to this woman. And I have chosen love. That's what it means, that little moment to say, I'm not going to give into that fear-based programming. I'm not going to project myself into what this all means and where it's all going, and just say, right now, my truth is, I feel good when I'm around her. I want to spend time with her. I'm going to use the time I have in Los Angeles to set an intention of intimacy, of getting to know each other. And that looked like creating a double date experience with Ryan and Hart. And so getting together and playing and laughing and creating music together and having ceremony together. Because what is ceremony? Ceremony is taking intention and creating the space for that intention. And so we did that with this beautiful cacao medicine and allowed ourselves the joy of each other's presence.
This is some of the yummiest, heart-opening aphrodisiac chocolate that I think exists, because I call them like the best. And so I had her bring it today so I could share it with y'all and have a little extra. It's been such a special bonding thing because we set an intention to connect deeper and to be in a deeper state of physical harmony. And so the fun thing, these are, you can like take a piece and share it, like, and set an intention what you'd love, because we're sharing space, right? So like, ooh, like yum, like I want to feel more sparkles and depth of connection and pleasure.
Merge biscuits. Into one biscuit.
Something that I've been calling in and have a few experiences, but have yet to really fully fulfill that, is connecting with another creative human, a woman. And that's what I'm calling in and seeking it on my journey of travel. I think that will come very soon.
It's beautiful.
Being as honest to myself as I can be. To hear you and your honesty. Space for that. And accept you through every bit of this wild ride.
So it is. It is my intention to be open and receptive and perceptive to the gift that the universe has given me to more deeply understand the art of choosing love. And the lessons are in front of me, and I'm making the intention to stay very present and grateful for that.
So good. It's so yummy.
And so once you set an intention, be prepared for that intention to manifest in your reality. You are the creator of your reality. You are incredibly powerful. You can create anything. And the moment that you speak it into existence as an intention, it will show up. And so what did I do? My brilliant mind said, let me create the intention of deep intimacy with this woman. And so what showed up in my experience, but an opportunity for incredibly powerful communication, when Ruby sat and watched some unreleased footage of me talking about not wanting to be in relationship with her. Yeah, exactly. Like the idea of going into a relationship of some kind is just got out of one! No, I got out of 9.5-year relationship for 2 months. There's really no part of me that wants to be in another relationship right now. So that's what it looked like. That's just a taste of what it looked like. And she watched it. And I watched her watch it in this crazy inception moment that invited us into a really deep, powerful, intimate conversation where we could really see each other and speak to each other and hear each other.
You just saw 15 minutes of me in a deep process with Azria, talking about you. And like, how are you okay with that? How does it feel for you? I'd like to know.
I felt a sweetness from Azria in that I also feel for her, that I have a lot of respect for her, a lot of compassion for what she's feeling, because I've been there. And the way that we are giving love to each other and seeing each other through it feels more conscious than I've ever been met from someone on the other side of this. I think truly in part because of this whole commitment that you are on, and the way that you are being so honest and transparent.
There's no part of me that would tell you anything that was out of my integrity or untrue. And there's no part of me that would say anything on camera about any of it that was untrue or out of integrity. So I feel like any desire to not have you watch it would actually be a physical manifestation of me not wanting to let you in. And so I'm inviting you into a deeper part of me in a way that I think as relationships develop, a lot of people take a very long time to get to that level of intimacy, to be willing to share my fears, the part of me that's like, I don't want a relationship right now. I just got out of a really long one, and like that's my truth. And I feel as if you and I have talked about a lot of it already.
Totally.
And so what's important to me, though, is your feelings. And like you said a lot of things, like I feel for Azria, I feel things about the piece. You said I felt a gentleness, I felt, but I didn't hear like your feelings.
You're so the King of Swords. Just like, I appreciate that about you. I feel very similar to you in that I just got out of a relationship and I'm trying to figure out who I am independent of that and not wanting to I've been like I don't want a relationship. I just want to figure out me. So I completely understand that element. And I feel really caught off guard at how much I like you and how you make me feel and how you are living such a parallel existence to what I have been cultivating myself. And this commitment you've made to dig in deeper and share the vulnerable truth of the action, and to involve even like me, like being here with friends with cameras. Like I'm used to being filmed because of my art and because I have picked a path of entertainment, and it's different to be filmed doing the most vulnerable actions of navigating heartbreak and navigating what it looks like in real time to restructure all that we've been taught with relationships and with intimacy.
Everything that I talk about, everything on my podcast, on my Facebook Lives, all of it is vulnerability and authenticity. And I feel as if all I know how to do is be vulnerable and authentic, and the impact that creates is completely out of my hands. I'm just trusting that the world is seeking authenticity, and the world can use vulnerability, because vulnerability literally is just your willingness to show your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And this world is wanting more heart from people. And so I've been used to sharing experiences like that. And it wasn't until you came into the picture and I thought about you seeing it, and I thought about Ayriss seeing these types of conversations, and that I realized how personal it really is, like how deeply vulnerable it really actually is. We don't know what we're doing, just navigating by choosing love in each and every moment as best we can. And I know that you do that, and that's why I like you. And I trust that whatever happens will be coming from love.
It's the commitment I'm making. And I see you making that same commitment. I feel like that's a solid agreement for this point. Just keep.
Can you just create a container?
Keep
Damn it!
love.
No, a container of choosing love is still a container. And that conversation and this experience has allowed me to see how real this is. Because before now, it was Ryan, Hunter, and myself, creative cocooning, a concept of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to share. And now that it's affecting people that I care about, it has gotten real. Knowing that Ayriss is going to watch this episode and see me connecting with another woman and know that may hurt her tears me up inside. Knowing that I'm about to go on the road and I have no idea what's going to happen as I explore myself and these dynamics, and Ruby, who I care about tremendously, is going to watch these episodes where I may meet someone else, where I may be in conversation and realize I don't want this long distance communication thing, or maybe I do, I don't know. But I'm sharing it so raw, so vulnerable, and I didn't realize how deep, like how deep that I'm going within myself to do that, how much it's taking from me to be willing to do that, and the emotions that are there when I recognize that the emotion I'm putting into this, the vulnerability I'm sharing, makes it so much more important to me. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because there are some of you right now spiraling in your self-sabotage. There are some of you right now who want to leave your job or your relationship or go move to that place you've always dreamed of, that your heart is telling you is your path, and the self-sabotage telling you all the reasons why you can't. You're giving into that. Right now, you are giving into that. And it is so important to me for you to live in love, for you to love yourself enough to choose love for yourself. That's what I want. That's why I'm doing this. And so if nothing else, this got so real, this got so emotional for me, this got way harder in a lot of ways, and I am choosing love. This right now is me choosing love for you and for me. And I hope that it creates a ripple of love in your life. And no matter what you decide, whether you leave this video and you go off and you self-sabotage for the next 3 months, I want you to remember you are seen. You are heard, and you are loved. Laughter is medicine. So let's go back to the times we laughed, at the little things before the weight of our past became the lens that we wore, before the questions we would ask and the answers that we heard filtered through the assumption we would last. Yeah, let's go back to the times we laughed. We would chuckle at the crazy stuff, and we could never get enough of each other, stayed under covers, muffled, never getting up. Back when molehills stayed molehills and not big volcanoes that would erupt, creating walls we couldn't see, let alone try to climb up. Finding ourselves stuck deep inside a rut, carved from little moments of broken trust. Who would have thought the death of us would come from 1,000 paper cuts? Do you remember how we used to laugh? We would giggle at every single move we made, wiggle to music, use it to jiggle for days and wriggle in ways that ruffled sheets of beds that were just made only minutes before, ready for more, caught in this craze, bodies ablaze with the friction of skin glistening. Back when we used to live in that haze of new love and new praise, saw each other with fresh eyes and not a stale gaze, glossed over from the movies we replayed on repeat, automatic with our days, systematic in our ways, taking for granted that we were each other's answers to the times we'd prayed for a light to guide us home and take us out of pain's maze. I can remember how we used to laugh. And I hope that we can laugh again. Share in that feel-good medicine. Set the intention that the smile you wear lights up the air around you, found who grounds you now that I'm not there. And that our prayers bring chuckles and our wishes bring laughter and our reality elicits giggles as it moves faster and faster. The release of the weight we've carried, helping us master a new way of being, seeing our breakup as a blessing, not as a disaster. Yeah, the healing is happening, and it starts with the laughter. Thank you so much for watching this and taking the time out of your day to commit to the art of choosing love. And it is my hope that by showing you my heart, showing you the vulnerable, authentic, real sides of what I'm going through in my life, it will inspire you to share more of your heart and your authenticity and your unique voice with the world. And we want this to be a growing tribe, and in order for that to happen, we want you. So please subscribe, share this with your loved ones, engage in the comments with others who are on the same journey as you of using love as the compass. You are always, in all ways, seen, heard, and loved.